Ever pondered the thought of humans living on Mars? It's a concept that's been the stuff of science fiction for decades, and yet it's becoming less far-fetched every day. In the halls of NASA and other space agencies worldwide, researchers are tirelessly exploring the possibility of colonizing the Red Planet. Mars Curiosity, our robotic emissary, is paving the way, unearthing secrets of this alien world. But is it really possible? Let's dive deeper into the science behind this fascinating idea. First, we need to understand Mars and its environment. So let's dive in. Mars, also known as the Red Planet, is the fourth rock from the Sun. It's about 1.5 times the distance from the Sun as Earth is, which puts it at an average distance of approximately 141 million miles. Its distance from the Sun results in colder temperatures than we're used to, with an average temperature around -80 degrees Fahrenheit. Now let's talk about Mars' atmosphere. It's thin, really thin. Composed mainly of carbon dioxide, it's just 1% as dense as Earth's atmosphere. This means that the pressure is much lower than what we're used to, which poses a significant challenge for potential human inhabitants. The gravity on Mars is another factor to consider. It's only about 38% of Earth's gravity. This means if you weigh 100 pounds on Earth, you'd weigh only 38 pounds on Mars. While this might sound fun, lower gravity could have long-term effects on human health, including muscle loss and bone density reduction. The environment on Mars is harsh and inhospitable to humans. The thin atmosphere and low pressure mean that liquid water can't exist for long on the surface. The average temperature is far below freezing, and dust storms can engulf the entire planet. But despite these challenges, Mars is the most Earth-like planet in our solar system. It has polar ice caps made of water and carbon dioxide, just like Earth. Its day is about the same length as ours, and it has seasons too. So we've got our work cut out for us. We're talking about a planet with a thin, mostly carbon dioxide atmosphere, temperatures that can drop to -130 degrees Fahrenheit, and gravity that's just over a third of what we experience on Earth. We've got the facts, but can we overcome these environmental challenges? The answer lies in scientific innovation. So, how do we survive on a planet that seems so hostile to human life? That's the question we've all been asking, isn't it? Well, to put it simply, our survival on Mars hinges on our ability to be resourceful and innovative. It's a bit like a cosmic MacGyver experiment. We'd need to address the key elements of human survival: air, water, food, and shelter. The first step is terraforming, a process that involves manipulating the Martian environment to make it more Earth-like. This isn't a quick fix, though. Terraforming would take centuries, if not millennia. The idea is to introduce greenhouse gases to Mars to warm the planet, which would then release carbon dioxide from the soil and polar ice caps, creating a thicker atmosphere. But what about the short term? What about creating habitable zones on Mars? It's a bit like making a bubble of Earth on the Red Planet. These would be domed structures filled with breathable air where temperatures are controlled and radiation is kept at bay. Inside these zones, we could generate our own oxygen and water. We've already seen this concept in action with prototypes like NASA's MOXIE, Mars Oxygen In Situ Resource Utilization Experiment device, which has successfully converted Mars's carbon dioxide into oxygen. As for water, the Mars rovers have detected large amounts of ice beneath the surface, which could be mined and purified for human consumption. But what about food? Could we grow crops on Mars? Scientists believe it's possible. We'd need to create special greenhouses where plants could be grown hydroponically without soil. Instead, their roots would be bathed in nutrient-rich water. We'd also need to bring along bacteria that can fix nitrogen into the soil, making it fertile for future Martian farming. Surviving on Mars is a daunting challenge, but it's not impossible. With the right technology and a lot of ingenuity, we could make this alien world our second home. Science gives us hope, but what about the journey to Mars? Reaching Mars is no small feat. It's a daunting task that requires not only advanced technology, but also a deep understanding of the human body and mind. The journey to the Red Planet is a long one, taking anywhere from 6 to 9 months, depending on the alignment of Earth and Mars. This is no weekend road trip, folks. During this time, astronauts face a slew of physical challenges. The effects of microgravity can lead to muscle loss, bone density reduction, and a weakened immune system. The journey also brings about psychological challenges. Imagine being confined in a small space for months on end, with the same faces, the same routines, and the same freeze-dried meals day in and day out. It's a test of mental fortitude as much as it is a physical one. Then there's the cost. Sending a mission to Mars is not cheap. It's estimated that the price tag could run into hundreds of billions of dollars. That's a hefty sum, but many argue it's a necessary investment for the future of humanity. And let's not forget the technology needed for such a mission. We're talking about spacecraft capable of withstanding the harsh conditions of space, life support systems, and landing modules that can safely deliver astronauts to the Martian surface. The journey is daunting but not impossible. And once we reach, what's the payoff? Imagine waking up to a sunrise on Mars, a crimson dawn breaking over a horizon of rusty red sand and towering cliffs. The Martian day begins not with the chirping of birds but with the hum of machines, working tirelessly to maintain the delicate balance of life in your habitat. Life on Mars would be a testament to human ingenuity and adaptability. It could open up new avenues for scientific discovery, giving us a unique perspective on the universe and our place within it. The planet's rich reserves of minerals and metals could also provide a much-needed boost to Earth's dwindling resources. Moreover, establishing a colony on Mars could be a crucial step towards ensuring the survival of the human species. In the face of looming threats such as climate change and asteroid impacts, becoming a multiplanetary species may be our best bet for longevity. Living on Mars might seem like science fiction, but with the pace of space exploration, it could soon be a reality. Until then, we keep exploring, keep innovating, and keep reaching for the stars.